Hey everyone, it's Nikki with Delicate Tension Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you just have a lot of Aries placements in your chart. This will be for the energies surrounding the new moon in Libra. So this is going to be an energy that will support us bringing balance and harmony into our lives, primarily in our relationships, whether it is love, family, friends, business. I would use the energy wisely. I've been telling people to make sure that they don't just do the whole placating thing and keep the peace for the sake of keeping the peace. Actually try to compromise and bring real balance into your lives at this time. That being said, this is a general reading. Take what resonates and works. Whatever doesn't, leave it behind. If nothing resonates, then you can always check out any other placement you have, whether it's your moon, rising, Venus. This can also be, if you are dealing with other individuals, this energy can resonate more with the person or organization you're dealing with. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and start and try to tune into your personal energy at this time. Okay, everything around me seems to be on fire. Now the real question is who started it. I don't know if you started this fire or someone else did, but it's the essence of everything needing to be burned to the ground. Now keep in mind, scorched earth is how new life is brought forth, so that might even be something at this time where it's as if things need to be cleared away in order to have something new grow in its place. It's like a process of regeneration. I feel like there is a lot of air supporting this, so there may be an air sign in your life. Or there's something agitating it possibly. I'm not quite sure. Let's go ahead and see what the cards are going to say about this. What is happening for the sign of Aries for the moon and Libra? Keep seeing the Fool at the bottom of the deck, so it's quite possible that maybe that's that energy. Maybe you burn everything to the ground. Show me the energy for Aries for the new moon in Libra. Hanged Man in reverse. Knight of Wands, there's that fire. Ace of Pentacles, there's the new growth. Five of Wands, that could be the potential combat that caused the fire. Six of Swords, moving forward to create that regeneration. and the Eight of Wands, full on forward movement. And then the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So maybe you were dissatisfied with how something was, so you decided to set everything on fire. I think you kind of, there's this energy of just wanting to burn it. So let's go ahead and pull some clarifiers for this energy. Ha, how funny. Hanged Man in reverse wanted to be clarified by the Hanged Man in reverse. So there might have been some enlightenment to help you with this, we'll say impulsive action or decision. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands here. Clarified by the Five of Wands. Yeah, this impulsive action or decision that possibly was caused by some form of internal turmoil, competition, or ooh, I feel like tension was building with the Tower in reverse. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles here, please. Okay. We have the Ten of Wands with the Queen of Swords. Oh yeah. It's quite possible that that air sign I was talking about, which is represented here by the Queen of Swords, they could have quite literally fueled that fire, fueled the tension. I think whatever was going on, because you were at that Ten of Wands energy, it was this essence of possibly using the Ten of Wands as firewood and, like I said, setting the whole thing on fire. You really were eliminating your burdens in a way. Let's clarify the Six of Swords here. Yeah, King of Wands, you took control. You went, this impulsive action turned into a very big decision that you definitely stand firm on. And let's clarify the Eight of Wands, please. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I think whatever was, and Nine of Cups in reverse, I think whatever was going on, whatever you were working on, or whatever was in your life, whatever has been within your life, if there was tension that was building, I do feel like there was pressure being applied here with the Tower in reverse. It's almost like instead of waiting for something crazy to happen, you went ahead and you took action on something, whether it actually was impulsive or not, because we do have the Hanged Man in reverse, so that can be this interesting form of enlightenment that created this ushering in of energy that created this movement. It's also quite possible that that air energy, that Queen of Swords, let's see what's going on there. Clarify the Queen of Swords for me, please. What is this energy? What is their part? Oh, yeah. Queen of Swords is clarified by the Fool, with the Nine of Wands in reverse, with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I think that this Queen of Wands was making an offer to you to start something new. Like I said, she was fueling the fire. There was fire being fueled here. This air was coming in and fanning the flames. So this person, it's not that I see it as gossip, I see it as information or something being dictated to you that helped you make this decision. But it's a very definitive one. I mean, you did set fire to everything and there is no turning back from that. I mean, in what I saw, there were flames all around me. But like I said, the feeling that I got from it was it had to be done so new growth could take place. Maybe where you were at, there just was this lack of growth. It's almost like you couldn't continue doing what you were doing. So now there is this essence of creating this forward movement out of this Five of Pentacles and Nine of Cups in reverse energy, because I think whatever this was, it wasn't giving you much. So you're like, you know what? I'm not really profiting in this experience, so I'm going to take this new direction. Because I think too, whatever was being offered to you in the past just wasn't cutting it. Let's clarify that Four of Cups energy, please. Four of Cups clarified by the Four of Cups. Yeah, just wasn't cutting it. And the Seven of Wands. I feel like too, you got tired of possibly defending your position or defending your position or depending on this situation that wasn't bringing you anything. So this really is an essence of cutting your losses and hitting the road. I think this is good though. I think this is going to be positive for you. I think you really were kind of escaping at the nick of time. Now I don't see anything here that would tell me you're relying on a sixth sense or an intuition. Like it's not, I don't think you were feeling this. I really do think that there was some important piece of information that was relayed to you that helped you make this decision. It's really interesting. It's almost like because you set the fire, you knew where the exits were. You knew where the exits were. And I do think you're moving forward quite quickly. I actually want to see what's going to happen with that forward movement before I continue with the overall themed energy. What is happening with this Eight of Wands energy, please? What is happening with this Eight of Wands energy, please? Ooh, Five of Swords. Knight of Swords. I would be careful with your communication at this time. And the King of Pentacles. I do feel like you're moving into more of a stable situation, but like I said, I would be very careful with your communication at this time. Now I will say when I looked under this Four of Cups, I did see the King of Pentacles, so maybe it's almost this energy of, look, if you did set the fire, if you escaped destruction, if you escaped being in a really bad situation, do not gloat about it. I would be careful with it's almost like this, even though you've exited this situation, I would still be careful of what you say and how you say it, and more importantly who you say it to. I would be very careful about who you talk about this to at this time, because I do have a very strong feeling, I don't know why, there's nothing here that indicates it, but I have a very strong feeling that what you say could make its way back to someone who was part of the fire, like within the fire, who actually suffered the fire. It's almost like you might have escaped the village that was in flames, but don't burn the bridge. Don't completely remove the ability for other people to escape. That's what feels most important here. Huh, how strange. It was a very strange imagery. So yes, please be careful with who you are sharing information with at this time, even though you might, in essence, be feeling like you're keeping the peace by whatever it is that you are doing. I would be very careful. I just keep hearing and seeing that word careful. Be careful. I feel like if you are moving into the energy of the King of Pentacles, you need to act as such. Really embody that energy. Be solid. maybe even share, especially if there's other people who suffered who suffered the injustice of being in this situation. And when I say that you set the fire, I'm not saying that, you know, people were trapped in a house and you were just like, oh, I'm just, you know what, I'm going to set this on fire and people inside have to, you know, suffer or really succumb to the nature of what it is that I'm doing. I just think it's one of those things of, it's almost like you might not have actually set the fire, but you knew that the fire was going to be set and you didn't tell anybody. You just escaped. You and whoever this person was that had the information, you escaped the situation. And other people had to suffer. And possibly, you know, maybe not, this is an analogy, right? And maybe not lose their lives, but they lost their things. They lost things in the process. So if you have a way to help, try. Especially if these people didn't necessarily do anything to you. This feels very much so like self-preservation in the process of regeneration. Don't forget what this energy feels like. I feel like that's important to say right now, because you know what the Five of Pentacles feels like. Utilize that knowledge in order to help others out of that situation. Because if you were, if the script was flipped, it would feel pretty freaking terrible to be in a position where there was no help. Just a reminder. And if you are on the other side of this, then understand that there is help available to you. It really is just about how you dictate and communicate in that relationship. I really do feel like it's you that escaped, though. Okay, so let's look at the overall theme attached to this energy. Let's clarify what this energy is, please, for Aries, for the new moon in Libra. Reminder, like I said, keep in mind what it feels like to be in that Five of Pentacles energy. Nurture. I definitely think you do need to nurture other people if they do need your help, or nurture what it is that you're growing at this time or what is being regenerated. And surprise, which might be this impending Tower energy. There's still you might meet somebody. There still might be some unexpected things coming because the Tower is in reverse and not in its upright. It's almost like something, oh, I literally heard just wait for it. I don't know if I can say anything more. I think this is a part of the process. Yeah, no, I can't say anything more. And literally not yet. I can't say anything more on that. But I do think there is regeneration here. I do think there are new things growing for you. There's still some more things that are going to be happening, though, with whatever this was, so... Don't leave people in the dark if you know what it's like to be there. I do think it's okay for you to nurture this new opportunity and grow it. But don't burn the bridge, because I still think that there is a connection to whatever this is with the Tower in reverse. The Tower hasn't come down yet and you're still connected to it somehow, so I would just be careful, because you might be surprised by something. Okay, Aries, that was your reading for the new moon in Libra. Thank you for joining me. If this did sound anything like what you're experiencing at this time and you would like a personal reading with me based on your own situation that you're going through, you can contact me at delicatetensiontarot@gmail.com. You can, it's down below in the description box if, you know, a lot of people can't hear me sometimes, so just go down there if it's easier. You can also follow me on my Instagram at Delicate Tension. And if you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe. Continue following me in this process and on this journey. And I will see you for your reading for the first 2 weeks of October energy. Have a good night.